Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and now it's time to play Super Mario USA! Woohoo! Okay, that sounded very odd, but yep, that's what we're playing. We're playing Super Mario USA, which apparently a lot of people know in North America as Super Mario Bros. 2, but you know. So in this scenario, basically what happens is Mario goes into a doorway, and now he ends up knowing that something happened in his dream. So, long story short, what is this? Inception! Yes, it's Inception written all over it. This game is a remake of the original Japanese Famicom title, Doki Doki Panic, which, trust me, is not a better game than this. Because this version actually features a lot of differences. Well, subspace is still around, but one of the main differences that featured originally in this game was that this game actually has a run button. Yeah, the original Doki Doki Panic does not have a run button, from what I've been hearing, at least. I've been checking out all the ROMs that I've been seeing and whatnot, and I even have the original Doki Doki Panic cartridge, or ROM, or whatever the duck it is. One up. And, yeah. There is no run button feature, sadly. The PAL block is also new. I think it was probably something different in the original title. I haven't bothered playing it for a long time. But nevertheless, you don't... Starman returns. There aren't really any mushrooms except for ones that maximize your health. The original Doki Doki Panic gave you a limited amount of hits that you can have, and this game features that too. However, instead of getting like a specific item, you instead have to use mushrooms, respectively, because, you know, it's a Mario game. It's not Mario if there aren't any mushrooms. But also something you probably might have been noticing, jumping on enemies does nothing. Jumping on enemies will not it won't harm them at all in this game. And you know, that's actually pretty saddening. I would have liked to have a game featuring Mario actually jumping on enemies. In fact, somebody out there, mess around with the code for Super Mario USA and give us the ability to, like, jump on enemies and kill them. Although I think there was a specific reason why that wasn't made. Because, Birdo, who is one of the main enemies of this game, she sort of ends up becoming somewhat of a rival character, even though I think she has a bit of an attraction for Mario. Hint, hint. Yeah, there are eggs that she shoots out of her mouth, which we'll be seeing very shortly. And I think that if Mario had the ability to destroy anything that he jumped on, I don't think he would be able to deal with this one particular segment in World 4 that I will be getting to. Not in this part, though. I'll be getting to that in part 2. Yep, so here we go. Here's Birdo. And what you want to do is you want to hit her 3 times. And the reason why you want to hit her 3 times is because she has an orb that she's holding. Or, yeah. That orb helps you go to the next stage. Going through a bird's mouth, that is very odd. Also, when you have coins, you can... Like, if you got any coins from Subspace, you can then go to the slot machine reel, which you can then get some extra chances. Which, trust me, I don't need in this game. I don't die at all in this game, and... That was scary. There are police sirens going off. Nevertheless, I'm actually attempting to get the perfect ending for this game. So I'll be alternating between 4 characters: Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Princess Toadstool, respectively. And Luigi, go back in there and get the key. Oh wait, I remember what I'm doing here. I'm trying to see if I can jump all the way up there to get... Yeah, this is a shortcut. Did not notice that. But as I was trying to say earlier, we have a lot of new enemies in this game. Nobody from the original Mario 1 is in the title. So you have Shy Guys, you have Snippets, you got these birds that I do not remember the name of. And sooner or later we'll get to a character that I think is super adorable. I don't know, I just smile whenever I see it. You'll see it. But we won't see that until part 2. You know, I was always wondering, what was up with Birdo's mouth? Is that supposed to be her mouth or nose? If that is really her mouth, she must be really suffocating. I highly doubt that, though. If you have no coins, you don't get any bonus chances. Or any chance to get bonus lives. And, oh hi, Toad. Have you heard about Toad? Well, he's Princess Peach. You know where I'm going with this. He's Princess Peach's PA. Just between us, I think he's definitely gay. You might... I don't remember the lyrics exactly, but... That's good enough. That's good enough. Toad is by far the fastest and the strongest of all the characters in this title. However, he can't jump for the life of him. He is pretty pathetic. His jump power is pretty pathetic. In fact, if you play Super Mario Advance, which is Super Mario USA 3, I like to call it that because it's the third version of Super Mario USA and it makes sense. Yeah, his star ranking is like 2. By the way, I just wanted to show off, aside from getting those coins, that little tube there that I could go down in, that's actually a warp right to World 4. Or is it World 5? I forget. But yeah, you can actually warp to worlds just like in Mario 1, but you have to know exactly where to jump from. And again, if this was Mario or Luigi, he definitely could make that jump. But sadly, no, he can't jump for fish, so I have to use these blocks. Ducking mushroom blocks. And is that a Gordo? That looked like Gordo from Kirby. What's a Kirby character doing in my Mario? Or, if I could really be saying it, Doki Doki Panic. That's confusing to me, you know? I don't like confusing things in my games. Especially if it's crossovers. I mean, having Metroids and Kid Icarus Uprising was enough for me. You know, I also question, how come we don't see these masks anywhere in any other game? It's like they only appeared in Super Mario USA and they never showed up again. Like, what the duck happened? Nevertheless, if you want to get these happy mask faces to run away from you, you want to throw the key and not hold on to it for a specific amount of time. If you leave it there for about 30 seconds, you don't have to worry for about like 2 minutes for the mask to come back. Trust me, it will come in handy. If you're wondering how many cherries you need in order to get a Starman, you need at least 5 cherries. However, I'll tell you this, if you get that cherry from very high up, and you can't get the Starman item from anywhere from anywhere lower than the highest point of the screen that you're at, then I think you might be out of luck. Nevertheless, the boss fight that we're dealing with right now is Mouser. He throws bombs. That's it. He just throws bombs. If you're holding down the B button like I'm doing the entire time, I play this entire game holding down the run button. I never tend to let go of it unless if I actually screw up and I have to walk my way with an item that I have to carry. But nevertheless, all you have to do is keep holding down the B button, catch any bombs that he throws, and toss it right at him. I think after like 3 hits in the first battle, he goes down. Yes, there's a second battle featuring Mouser, which he takes like 5 to 7 hits. I don't remember exactly, I'll probably count it when I do so. But yeah. It's a pretty pathetic boss, but can be very hard on your first try. I think I died like at least 4 times just trying to figure it out. Now, here's Princess Toadstool. Although possibly, she's not a weak character, but she is a pretty pathetic character. She's pretty broken. As you can see, she has the ability to hover, which is actually something that stays with her for the entire Mario series. Super Mario RPG in particular, even though she doesn't really have any movement abilities in that, but she has a parasol, which allows her to pretty much float anywhere. I don't know where she got this magical ability, probably from the Doki Doki Panic character that they chose her for, but, you know. It's definitely a good ability to use in this game, and holy crap, Shy Guy's dying in the quicksand. Classic. You know, I'm surprised we don't have that. I'm surprised we don't usually have quicksand levels. Like, did Mario 3 ever have any quicksand levels? It's been so long since I played the game. In fact, that was actually one of the Mario titles that I was mentioning that I have to re-record because my ROS got screwed up. The ROS that had ended up getting screwed up were Super Mario 2 being lost levels, not this game. Because, if you've been checking the Royameadow comms if you've been checking the Royameadow and Royameadow comms, Facebook group, you know I've been uploading a few Super Mario USA 2 ROS. But I digress. So Super Mario 2 The Lost Levels, that needs to be re-recorded desperately because I did not notice that the files got ripped up horribly. I don't know what happened. The files just ended up getting corrupted, even though I recorded them on 1.53. I think that's what happens when you record stuff on flash drive. I think that's why you don't record things on flash drive anymore. Then again, I also used my flash drive in a Macintosh computer after that. The only other game that had gotten affected was Mario 3, and I need to do that again for the worlds that I screwed up on. Or at least the worlds that got corrupt. Because Super Mario 3 is 8 30-plus minute segments because I played every single level. But I don't know exactly which worlds require fixing. By the way, fun fact about the bonus game. The bonus game, in fact, actually is a bit different depending on which title you're playing. If you're playing Super Mario 2, whenever you match a specific set of characters, whether it be 3 of a kind or 3 random ones that give you a 1-up, you only get a 1-up. In Super Mario USA 2 and Super Mario USA 3, you end up getting these ridiculous numbers of... How can I say it? You get these ridiculous numbers of 1-ups. I think there's, like, one where you can get all 7s. Yeah, you can get all 7s, which was not in the original. 7s came, like, after Super Mario USA 1 was released. That was in Mario USA 2 on the All-Stars Plus World cartridge. I don't know if it was on the original All-Stars cartridge, that 7s gimmick, but I know All-Stars Plus World has it. I grew up with All-Stars Plus World. I never grew up with All-Stars Original. And I'm not even gonna bother getting the Wii port only because I have Super Mario Collection for the Super Famicom. I have the original Mario All-Stars on emulator, so there really is no reason for me to get a modern-day version of it for the Wii. Even though I plan on getting a Wii sooner or later so I could do certain Wii titles. Sonic Adventure 6, I'm looking at you. God, I hate that game. Sorry. Just some bad memories of attempting to S-rank the game. And this one part in Asteroid Coaster. Oh, Asteroid Coaster, I will torment you when I play. But I digress from my point. To my surprise, I'm actually finding it funny how many people play Super Mario 2. Super Mario USA. I have to be careful pronouncing it the wrong thing. But yeah, though Super Mario USA has some wonky physics, though yes, you can't jump on enemies, it's actually one of the better Mario games in the series, and I'm actually surprised. I didn't really ever grow up with Mario USA. My game was always Mario 1 or Mario The Lost Levels. And I mean Mario The Lost Levels I had this old gaming system, I didn't own it, but one of my old relatives did. Like, my cousin Rebecca, her children have, this old gaming system. They had the special emulation system, and they also had the Sega Genesis 3. I think they also had a Dreamcast, or that probably might be one of my other relatives. But yeah, one of my old relatives had this special emulation system that featured the ability to play a lot of NES titles, and it had all the Mario titles. It had Mario 1, Mario 2 Lost Levels, and Mario Brothers all on it. It also had a few others that I can't think off the top of my head. And honestly, that was interesting. I liked that I was able to grow up with those titles. I liked that I was able to grow up with Mario 2. But this game was not on there. Mario USA was not a part of that collection. think Donkey Kong also ended up being a part of it. Yeah, Donkey Kong Jr., NES Pac-Man. Oh god, NES Pac-Man. It's not better than the Genesis Miss Pac-Man. It's not even better than the Pac-Man that you get to play in Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures. It's not better than Pac-Man Jr., if I could say it that way. And Junior Pac-Man is not a bad game, don't get me wrong. It's just a game that I don't prefer playing, only because the fact that, I never got to... Whoa, did Luigi just go to the bones? Junior Pac-Man is just not a game that I like to play, only because, I never could get past level 5. Even at the age I'm at now, without save stating, I cannot get past level 5. You know what, one day I'm actually gonna make fun of that. One day I'm actually gonna, insult that, and beat this game. I'm gonna beat level 5 of Pac-Man Jr. And the entire world will be happy that I did. Then again, the amount of levels I think are endless. I don't know for a fact if that's true. Or it probably might be Miss Pac-Man where it's exactly 32 levels. Don't count me on that, I don't know exactly. But yeah. Oh god, I went on a Pac-Man tangent in a Mario game. Then again, isn't Mario just a big Pac-Man game in disguise? Everything kills you in one hit while regarding that you don't have power-ups? Yeah, you know what? Mario's Pac-Man. Mario's Pac-Man with feet. Ducking feet. In fact, I think, didn't Crazy Otto, that was the original Midway version of Miss Pac-Man before Miss Pac-Man came out for Midway. In fact, I still even remember when, Miss Pac-Man was supposed to be called Pac-Woman. Yeah, does anybody remember Pac-Woman? Oh god. Yeah, I don't know who had the idea of calling it Pac-Woman, but back then, there was actually this, special campaign against sexism, which was actually a reason why they ended up not calling it Pac-Woman, because, people would have thought that the term Pac-Woman would have sounded a bit offensive to certain women, but then again, wasn't I was about to call it Pac-Woman. Wasn't Pac-Man made for women? I remember the original creator of Pac-Man, he has this interview video in Pac-Man World 3. If you haven't seen it, buy a PS2 copy of the game and you'll be able to see it there. I don't think the DS and PSP versions have it. Yes, I actually recently found out that there was a PSP and DS version of Pac-Man World 3. I actually want to play that sometime. But, yeah, he mentioned that the game was originally made for women, and that's interesting, you know? We need to have more female gamers. In fact, you know something? I think that's the reason why I intended on having female commentators in the first place. Amber and Shadia, they like a lot of games, and personally, that's actually the reason why I wanted them to be a part of the channel originally. I need people that play games. Nevertheless, just to back off from this, tangent for a short bit, this is Triclyde, a triple-headed dragon, who is still pathetic. He goes down in 3 hits. Even in the second battle, he goes down in 3 hits. Patheticism in disguise. Hey, I want to get that bird. Come on, Luigi, get the bird. Get the bird. Go get the bird. Get the bird. Go get the bird. Get the bird. Bird, bird, bird. Bird's the word. Bird, bird, bird. Bird's the word. Death. Okay, I'm done tangenting, but I'm done tangenting about Luigi getting a bird, but yeah. Again, that is the reason why I had originally gotten Amber and Chaya for the channel, because again, I don't want to just have this being a big sausage fest. I'm sorry to say it that way, but I just can't have a commentary with all men. We need to have at least one woman so it sort of balances out everything, you know? 1 or 2 at the very least. But yeah, that was part 1, and I shall see you in part 2. Funny commentary this was. Very funny. Very funny. Me getting the bird? That makes me question if the bird really is the word.